What's up, everybody? I'm Damon Hatfield here with Andrew Goldfarb, and one of my favorite pastimes is trying to figure out if Call of Duty is going to be the best-selling game of the year again, because it has been for nearly a decade now.
It's the one Activision game that always hangs on, because like Guitar Hero and Tony Hawk and all these things explode and then they get smaller and smaller, but Call of Duty stayed solid.
Every year I'm like, is this the year? Is this the year the Call of Duty bubble bursts and it's not the best-selling game, but like almost year after year for the past 10 years it's been the best-selling game. For the past 9 years, it has been the best-selling game, except for in 2013 when Rockstar released its last game. And Rockstar is about to release its follow-up to that this year. So
what?
Yes, I know. So I don't know, it makes me wonder. And also, this year's Call of Duty is also unique in that it doesn't have a campaign. So
and you know what does? Red Dead Redemption 2?
Red Dead Redemption 2 does have a campaign. So I was like, is Call of Duty Black Ops 4 going to be the best-selling game of the year again, in spite of not having a campaign and in spite of Red Dead Redemption 2 coming out?
Wait, so the interesting thing about that is that the other reason Call of Duty is different, where it's lacking a campaign, is that it's adding a Battle Royale mode. And so like the funny thing about this year is that the highest grossing game of the year is going to be Fortnite.
Fortnite, yeah.
But Fortnite is a free-to-play game.
Yeah, so MPD won't even track that.
Exactly. And so like it's interesting, like is that Battle Royale genre bump enough to negate what it was getting from having a campaign? And maybe, like I feel like Blackout is we just reviewed it, we gave it a really good score, like it seems to be doing very well, it's like being received well. How many people bought Call of Duty for the campaign, and will those people buy Red Dead instead? That's kind of an interesting factor.
You're saying like how many people did they lose by cutting out the campaign?
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like too many because it's only been out for a week, but right out the gate it seems to be doing very well. Apparently the combined number of Black Ops 4 players across its 3 modes of play during its first 3 days tops Call of Duty World War II from last year, and Black Ops 3 from, what year is that, 2015.
Which is really interesting.
So there's more people playing it at launch, and it's released like a month earlier than it normally is, so there's an extra month of sales this year.
That's a really good point, that it does have that head start, like which is because Call of Duty has like always been a November game through and through. It is interesting, the speculation at the time was that they actually moved it to beat Red Dead specifically, which kind of put a flag in the sand a long time ago. I do find it interesting that, so they said it had more players at launch, but they said it grossed 500 million, whereas Black Ops 3 grossed 550 million in the same period.
Yeah, so I don't understand how that works.
I wonder,
every one of those people had to have bought the game, presumably.
Maybe they just let it sit for longer, like maybe people pre-ordered Black Ops 3 and then just sat in their shelf until Christmas break or something.
But it's crazy, man. 2017, the best-selling game was Call of Duty World War II. 2016 was Infinite Warfare. 2015 was Black Ops 3. 2014 was Advanced Warfare. 2013 was Grand Theft Auto 5. But of course, Red Dead Redemption is not GTA.
Yeah, that's true. And that's the other big factor.
Excitement for that game is at a fever pitch right now, but it's not GTA.
Yeah.
Right. So.
Yeah, I really wonder, because GTA is just like, even in catalog sales, like people still buy that game every month. Like it ends up in the NPD top 10 many months out of the year. And so it's like, I really am curious to see if Red Dead can kind of get some of that hype. You know, every generation, obviously things change, and like, I don't think Red Dead is nearly what it was when it first came out, when it obviously didn't come close to GTA numbers. It might this time.
And just FYI, the best-selling game of 2012 was Black Ops 2, 2011 was Modern Warfare 3, 2010 was Black Ops, 2009 was Modern Warfare 2, and 2008 was We Play.
Oh, of course. I mean, like, the shooting mechanics of We Play are really good, to be fair.
Really, really tight.
I think Black Ops 2, as far as I remember, is still the high point of the entire series, but I could be wrong.
Just in terms of sales, or? Interesting. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? What is going to be the best-selling game of the year? Will it be Call of Duty again, or is Red Dead Redemption 2 strong enough? Or will it be Persona 3 and 5 Dancing All Night? That's true. Those are out in December, so they
just squeaking in under the wire.
Really hard. Maybe they have a real chance. I don't know. We'll see. But unfortunately, we're not going to find out the answer to this until January.
Yes.
NPD will release that sales data in January for us, so we have to wait a little bit longer. But place your bets. Let's get a fantasy league going.
Ooh, I actually really like that idea.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do that.
And for everything on all these video games and more, stay tuned, IGN.